Okay, here we go. Do a quick mic check, make sure we're on the, I think we are on the wrong mic. Give me a second here. USB should be Yeti. I think it's correct. We good? Let's see here. What's going on, everybody? Good to see you tonight on a Sunday live stream. It's my favorite time of the week. Favorite time of the week. Okay, here we go. Got the right audio. How we doing? Good to see you guys. Ron Priest, Scott, Encore, Giorgio. Good to see you guys tonight. Yeah. Let some folks get in. We'll get started. Get into the chat. Big shout to my sponsors: Tremec, McLeod, Stiflers, Team Z, Anderson Ford Motorsports, just to name a few. Dog Performance Racing Engines, TI Dyno. Yeah, just to name a few. I might have to change my glasses here, man. This is old guy problems. I'm like over here looking at the text and stuff. Shit, my eyes is all blowed up. But we'll see. Might have to switch my glasses. Anyway. Got some good shit to talk about tonight. Some car guy stuff on a Sunday night. It's that garage shop talk shit that we like to do every week. Got some good stuff. I mean, we made a video this past week. We were supposed to make a couple more, but it's been pretty tough. I've been, and I'll talk about the projects I've been doing and some of the time sinks that we've had, but wasn't car related. Got some things changing around, in our little program. Not so much the car stuff, but we'll mention it real quick and we'll move on. But they end up getting a video out yesterday, and that kind of led me into what I like to do is when I have a good video that has some good shit in it that might be hidden. I like to bring up the topic on, live stream. It doesn't always happen that way, but here, let me just really just show you what I'm talking about. So yesterday I had this video
with the advances in technology, parts that you can acquire for the foxbody Mustang in 2025. It's not uncommon that you can make 5.
Now we started getting this axle in to get, to get started, to get the car off the jack stands, get it off the lift, because it's here now. We got the coupe is here. It's time to start taking the pieces off that we don't want to use, and in order to do that, I had to put an axle in my white car. Now it's just temporary thing; it's not a big deal, but we got to the axle part, and for years when we it's time that you need to advance your. Right here, we were, this is the one thing that we were worried about is this torque box right here. You see, if you see this is what kind of, this actually was ripped. You can see it. It's actually ripped quite a bit further up than I had thought. And, 40 years of burnout. Guys, we have not been nice to these cars for decades. And as the technology starts to increase and get easier to make horsepower, we got to be, vigilant on, what our car's actually doing, frame wise. And this is why I always say, a cage will change a car, subframes will change a car. I mean, you see right there, this car has welded and bolted in subframe connectors, torque box reinforcements. Some stuff I did a long time ago. These are just growing pains. And I wanted to show you this. This is what really got me thinking this is what I need to talk about in live. We haven't been nice to these cars, and I want to go over a few things, during the chat, and we'll talk about other things too. But our main focus is, like 5 areas that are really super aging on your foxbody Mustang, whether you're guys, it don't matter if it's making stock horsepower or it's making 1,000 wheel. These areas will definitely hide from you, and you will not see them until it's literally too late. And as I looked into this crack more and more with me and my cousin Fred, he, my eyes were just getting bigger and bigger. Like, holy shit, that's really kind of bad. And I've had some red flags where the spherical torque, control arm was starting to kind of wiggle a little bit. And it, you know, I just always thought it was, there's just some issues there. And, you know, something's been nagging at me for the last, I don't know, year. Like, I need to take this car off the road and update it. And we were vigilant about doing that, but it wasn't in the areas that it obviously needed. So that's why that's why the coupe's in here now. And I'm really glad that we made that transition. Guys, I love my hatchbacks, but I think it's time for a coupe here. So let me catch up in chat. Let's see. MF Customs, what's going on? So we just got a new updated vent, Holly Terminator vent thing from MF Customs. Still in the box. I'll end up busting it out. What's up, Brandon? Good to see you. Raptor in the house. Good to see you guys. Will. 95 turbo stock long block 5.0 here. Just got an Edelbrock Reformer RPM and replaced the Explorer, hoping to gain some RPMs. Thing falls on its face about 5K. Well, stock long block 5.0 kind of doesn't make more power past like 5,200. That's about peak. That's why, you know, I always tell people when they're, you know, when you're racing your stock Fox body, you know, shift at 6,000. It's the motor's not making any more power past 5,300. And you always want to, there's always that average shift RPM. Usually it's 500-600 RPM past your peak power. Stock 5.0 long blocks, GT40 stuff, they're usually pretty much out of steam at 6,000. Depending on the camshaft, depending on the heads, whatever, I get it. But I'm just talking like, you know, long block, like the stock one or whatever. So just got a 3550 for $500. What should I do with it behind my 393? Just input shaft, sell it, get a TKX. Listen, you break that 3550 and you're going to have a hard time finding parts for it. Like they kind of started, well, they haven't started. They've been discontinuing, you know, the cases and the counter shafts and all the gears and shit. Like 3550 is a great trans. I wouldn't put a lot of power in front of it anymore because, like I said, if you break it, you're kind of subject to finding used parts possibly. Legitimately, TKX was Tremec's, you know, apology for the third gear shifting debacle in the TKF 600, which was a shit show. If you guys remember that. KK's Garage, what's up? It's good to see y'all. Good to see a bunch of members in chat. Noel Rivera, Mike Cathan, good to see you. Carlisle, June 6th and 8th. Yeah, we're going to talk about some shows to watch for this year and some stuff that we're going to be attending. We're not going to a bunch of shows this year. We're going to focus on trying to get, you know, the black car back on the road, Dad's car, doing some upgrades to Dad's car, you know, with the black cars with a 351 Windsor, the turbo build. Later in the year, we're going to do back to the 387 and some muffler videos. I'm excited about that. Got to get the white car tore apart and the coupe, you know, reinvented. I mean, that's where we're at. I mean, I loved my hatchback for a long time, but I can lose, you know, we're going to lose 500 or 600 pounds. I'm not going to cut my white car up. Like it's the lightest we ever got. It was $29.95 without any fuel in it. And we've since added about 75 pounds and the fuel. You know, we're just going to get a little bit lighter. I think the coupe is going to be right up our alley. You know, it's going to be still true street, full interior, door panels, full dash. It's going to still look really nice. Kind of a sneak peek of it in the thumbnail from yesterday's video. So, yep, good to see everybody in chat. The guys in green are my members of the channel. I appreciate you guys. Every week, you guys are always killing it for me. Wow. Also, where is it? Carlisle? Howdy. What's up? What's up, Jesse Workman in the house? Did you see Edgewater release their schedule and plates on 28th is the end of September this year? Hopefully, maybe I can make that with my coupe. What's up, Driver Joe? Good to see you. I had a 91 that was cracked in like 4 places. So, guys, 40 years we've been abusing our Fox bodies. I don't give a you can't tell me you don't know what your car has been through before it got to you. In Torque Boxes is the number in 2025. If you're getting ready to buy a Fox body, let me just pitch it. If 2025, if you're getting ready to buy a Fox body and it's your first one, you need to go look at the Torque Boxes. I mean, they're probably showing signs of wear. It's like somebody's got, it's like we keep borrowing somebody else's tennis shoes. Eventually somebody at the end of the line is not going to be happy about those tennis shoes. You see what I'm saying? They're pretty wore out at that point. Maybe that's a terrible metaphor, but that shit's funny. You get what I'm saying. Your torque boxes they're just going to wear out. It's not a really good design. Which again, this is the reason why the coupe is in the shop. And unfortunately, we're about 2 months behind, month and a half behind in the build status. Again, we've been through some crazy. Hell, they got snow in Florida, so I don't even want to hear about me complaining about the snow. The shit is crazy in the eastern side of America right now. There's snow in Alabama. Like it's ridiculous. But anyway, got a little behind. We'll get caught up. I'm not in a hurry. We raced 2022 really hard towards the end of the season. All of 23, all of 24 went full throttle on both of those years. This year, we're going to kind of hit the reset button on what we want to have fun with and, still kind of support the racing, which we're going to get into talking about stick shift here in a minute. But again, 40 years of abuse, torque boxes. I can't stress enough. I mean, you see what happened to my axle too. So it's kind of like all this shit's starting to happen. It's just like red flags all over the place. So, what's good, man? I appreciate the help on the head gasket recommendation. Hell yeah. Always trying to help out. Guys, I know there's probably some football. I don't even know who's playing right now. Like, I love football. Don't get me wrong. I coached it for many years. I played it for many years. But, I ain't going to skip no damn live stream to watch some football, even for like the Super Bowl. I think we've live streamed on the Super Bowl a couple times. We did it, we live streamed a little bit earlier because I did want to see it because I like to watch the commercials, like the best part. Well, it's pretty funny shit. Plates and 28th, end of September. Gabe in the house, good to see you, stick shit, brother. And I want to make a special shout out to my man Gabe because he actually got his shit off the jack stands this past weekend. Like, he sent me a video of this. Is that an 86, right? And he said he hasn't fired that thing up in like 10 years, or he's done a little bit of work to it. So I want to make a spit. That's what I'm talking about. It's good to see that. We got. Gabe is a stick shift legend, bro. 20 years plus, and it's good to see that he's getting that shit up the jack stand. It don't matter what you got. The right parts. You don't have to have the right parts for right now. Just get your shit up the jack. Just enjoy your car. Just go out there and enjoy your car. Neo, I got a stock bottom end, basic GT40 heads, cams, 550 lift. 414 is probably a lobe set plus 4 degrees, I would imagine, with a T5. What you recommended for rear gears for a 66 Mustang? Car is a blow-through app. Basic GT40 head, stock bottom end. What you recommending for your stick shift? 373s. Auto C4, probably still 373s. It depends on your first gear. AOD 410s. How we doing? Was that LaRue 50? Good to see you. Snow in Alabama and Florida. That's what I'm saying. Man, I don't mean to laugh, y'all, but I be getting these pictures all the time in our little group chats and shit of people in Florida. Hey, I'm got my car on the lift and doing work to it outside in the sun, and I got to poke a little fun. You know what I'm saying? Now they don't know what to do. They don't lost their damn mind. I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just kidding. Or you're on the same one from high school. That's definitely it. Hey, Neo, found a 425. Everything is new and in part. And guy said block is a 96 roller truck block D code. I don't know what D code means. Is that the right for roller block? I mean, a roller block's 94, 95, 96, 97. So it's only 4 years. So I mean, just look at the block at the bottom and see if it's an F4 TE. F is in Frank, the number 4, T is in truck, E is in Edward. That's what the block. If you see an F4TE 351, it's a roller block. So that's what I'm saying, bro. Look at that. Listen, this shit right here, we got a lot of work to do. We're already behind, but each week we're going to be doing a update video on what's going on with the coupe. First video is going to be us taking this damn K member out. We're going to weigh it, and I'm going to show you. We've already done that before. I'll probably just steal the old video that I had from Team Z stuff about 2 years ago. Steal a little bit of footage, but we got to take that. The first order of business is getting the K member out and getting this shitty little, well, it's not a shitty little axle. I mean, it's actually updated, but it's not. It's kind of one of those things where you're like at the first, like it's got gears in it, and that's like the first thing that people do. Be honest with you, if you're going to put gears in an axle, and we're going to talk about that in the video, probably do a little short on it. You're going to put gears in an axle, just go spend an extra $100, $200 and get Team Z shit and weld it up. Then you're not doing, you don't have to go backwards and try to fix some shit. So I plan on getting my car ready to race at Plates and 28 this year. Let's go, man. Hey, listen, there's everything. If I remember correct, Bill over at Old Man's Garage had just about anything for, every, had about every class that, you get in where you fit in. Best way to say it. 6.0 class, 7.0 class. You know what I mean? 7.0, 7.0 class would be kind of like your beginners sort of class with racing with a couple tires and shit. You know what I mean? 650 class. I think you had a 550, 6.0 class, 550 class. You had like these bracket style classes on top of heads up, quarter mile, eighth mile. So it had about a little bit of everything for it. And they did a wonderful job doing what they had to do with it. You the man. Thanks for all the information. Man, I appreciate you, bro. 85. That's right. It's a CHP. First time moved on its own power. 18 years, bro. Shit off the jacks then now, boy. So what transmission in that again? Did you say that in the video? Because I did watch it, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I missed it. Driver Joe, I appreciate you joining. We got a join membership. You guys want to check out the membership? I always try to talk a little car shit and a little on the side with some of my members. I'm actually going to start doing member only live streams like during the week. Now we're not talking long live streams. Y'all, my Sundays are my Sundays. That's my favorite time of the week. But like just a catch up, like on my phone. You know what I mean? Just a catch up. Hey, this is what we're doing, blah, blah, blah. So I plan on trying to do a little bit of that. Shitbox Fox, good evening, folks. Hell yeah. No snow and chilling. So I got a buddy of mine that lives in Miami, and that's who sent me the picture of him working on his car on his lift. It's sunny weather. But in other parts of Florida, they're like under like 3 feet of snow or some shit. Is that true? Ramon Fox in the house. So I got a chance today to meet Ramon. So big shout out to Ramon. He came to pick up a roof. So I had this coupe roof, and I kept it off the ground and, leaning properly. But I had, when I say I save shit, I save everything. And I've had this coupe roof for like 18 years or 15 years, something like that. It's been a while. And I've had it with the other roofs, and I wanted, because you never know when a tree's going to fall down on them. You never know when the sunroof's going to leak and rot out of them. And the skin alone, like it's literally for a body man, that skin is primo because he doesn't have to reinvent the wheel with it. So, some of the cars that we've salvaged over the years, I've had a chance to, it's really nice to see something that I've just, I hung on to for a long period of time. You know what I'm saying? Really come to be of use to somebody. So that's pretty cool. If I remember correctly, that car was a 4-cylinder rot box. And I said, about the only sheet metal that was good on it was the roof. I had a little bit of surface rust, but there was no rot. It was actually a really good structural roof, but it came off a 4-cylinder, so it worked pretty well. What's up, Sean Fairweather? Good to see you, brother. Hanlon in the house, man. Look at the lineup behind it. That's what I'm saying, baby. The old white car is going to get some Team Z love. We're going to put some Team Z love in the white car. Ain't going to happen right now. It might be something we do during the year. But appreciate that. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. My birds are in the Super Bowl bound, baby. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. I'd be taking naps on passes in it with a Power Glide Dominator. Man, You better. So you got a coffee maker in a newspaper? You don't have your Wild Bill Coyote hat? I got an 86 302 flat top pistons. I'm grinding up some GT40Ps, and I want an stage 1 cam with the 1.7s. I'm worried it's going to smack the pistons. Hey, just check them. I think my rule of thumb is like 60 thou. You're good. Vance Cooper in the house. Good to see you, brother. Finally got some work on the hot rod this week. What'd you do to your car? So Vance got a 8-second Cadillac stick shift. How often you seen that shit? Crazy, isn't it? Hell yeah, man. I appreciate you holding it. Man, I held out on that thing for years, bro. We had a couple other roofs that we were going to give Ramon, but I think we're going to trash the one that we showed him because it's starting to rot up on the top. But, you know, it's always cool. I got like 3 other coupe roofs that we literally cut like the whole roof and the quarters out to like, so for somebody who wanted to do like a convertible. We've had a couple of them. I think I put one on the channel about 2 or 3 years ago. It was so rotted out, but we cut the roof off of that too. It was pretty cool. Supposed to put it on a hatchback. I need that white car ready for April. Let's go. It's not going to be ready. The white car's disabled. I mean, come on. Just like I was showing you guys earlier.
And pose for a pretty good.
I was showing this earlier. You know, this is an issue. Hold on.
Spots like this.
Oh, damn it. I edited it too well. Look at that. That crack runs all the way up through there. See it? See it around that corner right there? It goes all the way up in that corner right there. And this is what the whole means of this whole live stream was. Torque boxes. Torque boxes and damn subframe connectors. Y'all need to get you some Stifler subframe connectors or go through the floor with the Team Z ones. They're the best on the market. One of the best on the market. There's a lot of good stuff out there. But, you know, modding up your car for the horsepower that's readily available in 2025 is, I mean, you may be able to make the horsepower, but can your car make can it handle that shit? You know, that's what we're talking about right there. You know, on top of that, the torque box on the same side right there where that U-joint is or spherical is, that whole hole is oblong, like where it's just been yanking at it for so long. And this is usually the torque box that takes the beatings. That's always the passenger side upper. There's a couple other things we're going to talk about too. The subframes and torque boxes literally together because they weld in together. I'm working on my coupe right now. Unfortunately, mine is a C4 automatic. That's all right, man. I love the Fox body altogether. Been studying data, realized I'm maxing out my map sensor. Turnouts, I was running close to 30. Jesus. Hanlon, I was just checking. What's up, folks? What's up, Shelby? Good to see you. So, anyways, moving on to, you know, the torque boxes, 30, 40 years of burnouts. Guys, we just haven't been nice to them. We need to, if you're out there, you're getting ready to buy a Fox body or you own one and you ain't looked at this shit yet. It's not just ripped at the top with the upper. You know, you need to check the lowers on the passenger and driver side because these things literally have like 3 spot welds in them. But outside of that, you know, getting the car straight with some subframes is always a good plus. You know, subframes are always a nice addition because you can go ahead and just stick a jack stand on them, you know, so it always works out pretty good. Let's talk about shows to watch for. Pulling the heads off to ensure everything went straight. All right, get cleaning and painting. What do you say? I'm trying to catch up. Been cleaning and painting my block today. That's always fun. Super Dave in the house. Jim Hilton in the house. Good to see you, brother. I took a 302 out already. I took 302 block already, board 30 over, hot tanked it and cam bearing. That's it. That's what they said. They honed 2 times. Can I still use my 347 kit? You really should check piston in the wall. Because certain pistons, you know, some pistons are like 5 thou clear. Some of them are like 2.5, 3. I mean, I don't think any forged is that tight, but should really check it. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna get it out at some point mid-year, I would imagine. I mean, we're not gonna take our time on it, but I mean, there's a lot of shit I gotta hook up, Gabe. A lot of shit. So we're gonna start with the axle and the front suspension. We're gonna go from there. anyway, shows to look out for. So personally, we are going to be heading. We're 100% going to the Detroit show again. What Motor City Fox Fest. I keep messing that up. Tell you, last year was a riot. It was a great time. There's so many people there. They didn't even have enough vendors to feed everybody. But that wasn't their fault. We had a couple. It's just a show that's just going to get better and better. And the nice thing about this show is a Fox body, according to Ford engineers, ran from 79 to 04. It is what it is. I said what I said. Even the new edge stuff is considered Fox body or a derivative of. And this show's kind of nice because you get all the Mustang eras that were considered like the Fox chassis-ish. So it didn't matter if it's a Zephyr or, a Fairmont or, a Fox body or a Mustang or an SN95, New Edge, whatever. It was a nice show. So that's one show that I definitely want to throw a shout out to. We're going to go to Carlisle. So we're definitely heading to Carlisle for at least 1.5, maybe 2 days. That show last year was super impressive. Like, I didn't really do much footage because I was like a kid in the candy store through the swap meet. How many of y'all been to a swap meet or, like a estate sale or some shit like that with a car guy and like want to just buy like everything? That's, I couldn't stop for everything that I wanted to see and buy. Cause I like to collect Fox body parts. I have a lot of them, I'm probably going to die with half of them. And, I'm always interested, like, to bring that sort of content to the channel too, and bring that sort of attention. That's the way I was brought up. I was brought up in junkyards. I was brought up in swap meets, and I don't give a damn what anybody think about it. Guy says, where are we at? And I like my bougie ass builds, and I also like my little junkyard builds. It is what it is. It's good shit. My ass is on the jack stand, sickness going around. Oh boy, you better take some elderberry or some vitamin C, brother. What's up, 905 Stang? Good to see you, boy. Brother. Gonna have double adjustables coming soon. Realized current tires on a 10-inch wide, so I'm gonna jump 10.5. That's good. Chris Hot Rod. Also, Neil, during the Ford Nationals that weekend is the Street Rod Nationals east in York, PA, about 30-45 minutes away. What's that all about? So, yeah, we're definitely heading to those two shows for sure. We might make a revisit at the end of the year to Foxtoberfest. I haven't been there in the last 2 years because I've been racing so much. I wanted to I still want to promote a lot of the stick shift stuff as much as I can because we are looking into doing something with Tremec. Like, I've already been giving the thumbs up to do a stick shift point series again. A lot of people were broke last year and they're coming out this year ready to race, from what I understand. So I went out to PRI, and that's for a whole nother video and a conversation, but I went to PRI, talked to a number of possible sponsors, got some good money coming from the class. I hope, until you have it in hand, it's not a guarantee. But we do have some really, really good inquiries. I got inquiries. Yeah. And I got to do a proposal for them. So that's where we're at with kind of stick shift racing and shows, kind of hand and foot. As far as shows are concerned, where I'm not racing, Ford Carlisle is we're 100% going to be there. And the Motor City Fox Fest. And like I said, I'm not sure where we're heading at the end of the year just yet. With the Holly Fest being gone in October, we may end up making another trip to North Carolina to hang out with some Fox body dudes down there, bro. You know what I mean? So, and I do believe that Caleb is doing the Ford takeover in September as well. I'm pretty sure the dates are already up and the event page is already up. I don't know what his criteria is as far as time frames concerned on what's going on with, it'll probably follow most of the same format that it did last year. So be curious to see if he's got the track for the evening. That would be cool to see you guys race in the night. So, yep. Shows to watch for stick shift racing. Once again, you know, I'm not in a hurry to get my car off the jack stands to race, to make sure it's ready to be competitively racing. I'm still going to be part of that. I will always be part of that. And I'm glad that I'm kind of centered. I can, you know, center myself with that sort of racing style and then kind of promote it best I can with McLeod and Tremec. So we do have a transmission to give away this year, you know, once again, for the year 3 in a row. We gave away 4 already in 2 years. So this will be the 5th one. And yeah, I won the first TKX. We gave away 2 TKXs and 2 T56s, and then we got another T56 to give away. So it's going to be pretty fire. You know, big shout to Tremec for, you know, once again coming in at 22, 20, 25. So be some fun shit. So anyway, so we are going to do a banner today. Like last week we did Tremec, so we're going to do McLeod's banner. You guys know we like to do that shop swag shit. We're not going to do it right now, but we do have a McLeod banner to give away today. Last week we gave away a $100 gift certificate. You never know what we're giving away on a damn Sunday. Usually it's just banner. You can almost guarantee that we're going to have some sort of banner. I got handling banners coming in this week, so we're going to be giving away a handling banner next week. So we'd like to do that shop swag shit. I mean, it only costs like $10 to ship. It's not that big of a deal. I have some fun with it. So this is for you guys. So that's what we're going to be giving away today is the McLeod clutch shop swag. Now, this is some cool shit because I don't know about you, but I like to put up banners all over my shop, even if they're not part of the channel. You know what I mean? I just have them all over the place. That's just the way it is. It's good stuff. What happened to my chat? Neil, I think Foscast Media said gates might open at 10 a.m. and drag racing starts at 3 or 4. Yeah, I got to catch up with Caleb and see what happened. What happened to my chat? It's like lagging. Like I'm catching this shit like late. I switched to one screen and I catch this stuff that they're talking about. So anyway, moving on. Dad's Cars upgrades. Okay, so you know, again, we're just talking about some upgrades that need to happen, just like the torque box stuff. If you guys got a question you want me to help you with at some point in this live stream or whatever, we're only going to be on for about an hour-ish. But you know, I don't like I don't like missing live streams, even if they're an hour or 2 hours long or an hour and a half, whatever. I'm looking forward to possibly having a couple guests in the next couple of live streams. So I'm going to kind of push for that and have a good conversation with some of them. Talk some camshaft shit, you know, coyote, push rod, whatever's on the agenda. So be looking for that. But today, you know, again, we're just, you know, what happened with the video yesterday, I wanted to kind of reiterate today and, you know, talk about it a little bit. Neil, what trans is best for 800 horsepower Fox body? No, TKX, 800 horsepower, you need to just go right. You need to go just right to a T56. Now, obviously, we ran our TKX through the roof. I think the most we made with the TKX was like 820, 1,020 to the wheels. So horsepower torque. And we still run that transmission now. It doesn't make any noise. It's not all jacked up. It's synchronized. It's not Liberty geared or anything. Nothing, you know, like super special or off the wall. But you know, I tell people, you know, hey, you know, I think the expectations of the TKX is starting to get overshot. And people are expecting these things to handle 800, 900, 1,000 horsepower when they will, depending on what clutch is in front of them and how you drive it. But legit, about 750-ish wheel, 700, you should probably start thinking about a T56 because it'll definitely, a synchronized T56 will handle up to 4-digit power all day, you know, and twice on Sunday. But to answer that question in specifically, I think what the internet has been doing is ever since the TKXs came out, like the bar just keeps getting raised. You know what I mean? And for me, you know, we went 960 with it, 972 at 146 with it. Like the first 3 months it was out. And we pushed that we pushed that little transmission as hard as we could. We drove it for 2 years past that, did burnouts, same transmission. We never changed it. So is it strong? Yeah, for sure. I mean, the McLeod twin disc RXT does have a little slip in it, so it's nice. You know, it has forgiveness. That's why I like the clutch so much. Do I think an adjustable would have broke it? Probably. Adjustables are good clutch. You know, they're purposely built. They're a badass clutch for a reason. And do I think it would have broke a TKX? Maybe. But anything, like I said, rule of thumb is you start creeping in on 700, 750, you need to start thinking about another transmission or start driving it a little bit less as hard. less hard, whatever. The Fox I have had the longest would have been the 93 GT, 15 years. The good info on the TKX limit. Appreciate that. I mean, listen, I'm not going to spit that shit here on live stream or and not be real about it. And you know, I hope, you know, real recognizes real. So I hope you guys recognizes the fact that, you know, I'm not here to sell transmissions. Like if I would have broke the transmission, I would have told you. We would have fixed it. We would have found the ceiling. But I think the bar keeps getting, you know, I think there's a little bit of misunderstanding that, you know, oh, it broke. Oh, my transmission broke. Well, what clutch did you have in front of it? How'd your car get set up? You know, there's other things involved that can break that transmission. My buddy Tony Politano, he's broke a TKX. The damn gear's locked up in the back. So obviously, you know, one breaks the other. I mean, things happen. You know what I mean? You know, you know, when you're running these transmissions really hard, you know, things happen. You know, we thought about maybe chasing the TKX record in the coupe, you know, at one point with the new setup this year, just to have it, just to own the record again. But I do think that our friends over at Miss Midnight Maverick and Tony Politano, I think they're going to go ahead and, you know, take that home for the most part. They already have a working and running straight, you know, 8-second capable car with a TKX in it. So we'll see how they do. I'm excited for them. Yeah, that's 850. Nah, you see, the bar keeps getting raised, you know, brother. I think there's a lot of misunderstanding that, you know, we dialed our black car back because we knew that we didn't want to break the TKX. 720, 750, 730, it lived pretty easy at. Wasn't too much of a problem. We got up into the 800 range. I just felt like I was going to bind it up and break it. You know, it didn't have the solidity that like a T56 had, the robust strength or whatever you want to call it. So, but it's still a strong transmission. There's a lot of people that live under that horsepower threshold. That's why the TKX is like it is the replacement for the 600, the 500, the 3550. You know, again, there was a period of time, guys, I'm not talking shit about the TKO 500, 600, 3550. I ran on those transmissions for years. Problem is, you break them now, you're going to struggle to find cases. You're going to have to find cases that were been converted from GM to Ford. I literally pulled the threads out of the retainer on one of those. The nice thing about the TKX is it's a platform transmission. It's built like the T56. It's platform. They build it face down instead of sideways. And there's like all the gears and everything are in one housing. So you're not going to get case flex. You're not going to worry about input problems. See what I mean? I mean, for the most part, they still have their weaknesses. Older TKOs have been extremely fast from what I am, but firm believer weight helps a lot. I agree. Can I order everything from Hanlon? Yes, you can. The gears are only so big, and so is the casing. The gears on a T56 Mag and a TKX are noticeably different. That's correct. That is correct. How about building a 427 out of 71 400? Doesn't the gear go along with the clutch with whatever trans? What do you mean by that? Just got on. Sorry, it's been already asked. Answer this. Are you taking the white car off the strip completely or only street use? We're not real sure what we're going to do with the white car just yet. it'll make a comeback. We're not getting rid of it. We're not selling it. The only thing I'm taking out is the engine transmission. Like, I'm not taking the Holly out. I'm not taking the fuel system out. I'm building a different fuel system. I want to run the triple hat aluminum tank in the coupe. So I want to change up the fuel system a little bit. That's part of the coupe plans. You know, that's on the list of stuff to talk about in the thumbnail. You know, I want to run the triple hat so I can, you know, run the car idle on one pump, and when it sees 50% TPS, it kicks the second pump in. When it sees full throttle, it kicks the third pump in. So it'll still be -10, -12 feed, probably still an 8 return. But again, it's going to be the fuel system. I know that the fuel system's a little janky in the back of my my little white car here. It's not exactly the best setup, but it's sump. I built it as if it was like, you know, like a sump system. You know what I mean? And I got the curve wrong and I got the measurement wrong when I just went with it, and everything was fine. I've never had a problem with it. You know, we put the car up on wheels a couple times and got close, but I don't think I think the car goes, you know, the lines wouldn't drag anyways, but we're going to change it up a little bit. Like the way that we ran our fuel system on the black cars in the front of the tank. So it's a whole different type of design. I retired my Astro T5, finally pulled it. Skip TKX, go straight to T56 for 347. That runs high 11s NA. It will most likely 150 shot. What is the limit on the street when you're running drum brakes before needing to switch to rear disc? My black hatch still runs. Yeah. My black hatchback still runs rear drum, by the way. You don't need, I mean, one of the reasons, a handful of them, that we stopped racing the black car so much is we had stock Fox brakes in the front. We were running 9s. That was kind of dumb. But we had Cadillac brakes over there in the corner that we never put on, which, you know, one of the many things that we can do content-wise, which we need to finish. But you don't need rear disc. You get yourself a good set of front brakes. Willwoods, Strange, shit. You could do the Cadillac Brembo, dude. You can get Cadillac 4-piston Brembos. They're aluminum for like $120 a piece per caliper. I think there's a S&K or S&S kit out there that helps you convert your spindle. I mean, you still have to, you know, change your booster and some of the other, you know, brake plumbing or whatever, but you got good 75% of your braking power comes from the front on street cars. What they've done with like some of the TBM brakes, some of the newer racing style brakes, you brake from the rear. But yeah, they don't mean that. For street car ish. Then that's what you're asking. No, you're good. You're good. Get a good, you know, like I said, look up the Cadillac Brembo. We actually introduced it to the channel and never finished it. You know, you're going to need to find yourself a good set of spindles. If you can get the actual SN95 spindles and they're on anything V6 or V8, 94, 95, dude, that's 3/4 of the price right there. You know, you can get yourself the adjustable proportioning valve, you know, $75. Run some brake line. If you know how to do brake line, you know, you can do your own stuff. Caddy brakes are great. That's what I was talking about. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's a pretty cheap mod to do. That's a big bitch right there. How big that caliper is. Problem is with this caliper, it don't weigh shit and it's got 4 piston, but you can take a Cadillac caliper and you can put them on, you can actually mate these to an SN95 spindle, plumb everything up. Like I said, there's a kit that you can buy that makes this fit. Problem is I think you can't run you have to run at least a 17-inch front wheel at this point. I think somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I know you can't put 15s on it, but I'm pretty sure 17's the minimum now. No, you can race just fine with Fox brakes. raced just fine. Like I said, I went into single digits, 9-second passes, 140. I went 145 on. I didn't have that much of a problem stopping, but maybe my brakes were blessed by the Almighty himself. But the PBR brakes are a good one. Cobra brakes are a good one. Guys run Taurus rear disc. Yep. Yeah, you have to run 17s if you do the Cadillac, but you can order the Cadillac Brimbos. I mean, like I said, they're made by Brembo. Look, it says right on it. Crazy as shit. You can get those. You can get them in the junkyard, but you can get them on Amazon for like $120. I think they sell left and right. $250. You're in a set of new calipers. You got to get the kit. I think the kit's like 150, or just drill some holes. Got to get a couple rotors, spindles, do the whole grade. It's the best brake upgrade ever for a stock car or for a street car. Without a doubt, baby. What are the symptoms of too much intake? What do you mean by that? With the Caddy brakes, you have to get the bigger rear brakes. Do you? Or can't you just run more bias to the front? Couldn't you just run more bias to the front? Go 96 to 98 on SN spindles, and it solves the bump steer problem. I thought the 94, 95 was the one that we wanted to do. I always wondered why that people wanted the SN95 spindles so much. Because that's a good topic. That's actually a good topic of consideration. Because every spindle that I've done with the SN95 Mustang, 94, 95, I always had the notch in it like a normal spindle would. But knowing what I know about bump steer, the kits and installing the adjustable ones, like I had to put all these damn spacers like on my tie rod bump steer end. And I said to myself, well, I think, you know what? I think one of the issues that people don't like, now that I remember, is I want to say that the 96, 98 in whatever, I think they stuck out an extra half an inch. I think that was one of the issues that people complained about with that spindle. Am I right? I mean, we're talking about, and I'll tell you, I mean, we're talking since it got brought up, and that's what we do here on live stream. I'll show you. So I like to bust these out every once in a while and shit. But this is an SN95 spindle, 94, 95. And you can see the notch here. This is what I'm talking about with the notch. The 96 to 98s go straight. Like it doesn't curve up. And with the bump steer, I always wondered, you know, the bump steer is like this much on my white car with all the spacers. If it was a 96 and a 98 spindle, I wouldn't have so much spacer there. But I think something about the 96, 98, about them sticking out of the wheel well. You know what I mean? Foxes have not enough intake. Their exhaust ports are crap. Say a box R intake on a stock engine. What do you say? What are symptoms? Yeah, it's too much. You have to run the 43 millimeter rears to get the almost stock braking percentage. You talk about the bias? The Ackerman arm is higher, so you don't need the spacers. What's the bigger end of the injector you would run in the supporting mods with an HCI 302? 30s. Only main I have seen is track width and tie rod drops down. 94, 95 doesn't require steering rack offset. 96, 98 requires steering rack offset, but fixes bump steer. And I think, like I said, 96, 98, I think the spindles stick out further, half an inch. I don't know where, I'm pretty sure, you know, of course I didn't, and that's not something that I can tell you 100%. That's hearsay shit. So don't follow what I'm saying right now because I don't know. But I did read somewhere that that was one of the things that happened with 96 to 98 spindles. So, yes, too much intake makes it lazy. Box R's, the Box R intake, as cool as that intake really is, you know, the Box R intake is way too much for a stock motor. You want to put a GT40, put a GT41 on there, pick up 15, 20 horsepower, and you get the air you need. How much boost can a stock bottom end support with a good ring gap? As much as you want to throw at it. I mean, as long as you have the right fuel, the right timing, tunes correct. I don't know. I probably would, you know, stock bottom end motors are, depending on the camshaft, they can go into the 7,000 range, but I probably wouldn't. Just depends. I've seen stock bottom ends 150, 200 horsepower more than most people think they would be and live. But again, it's all kind of what your goal is. At that point, you're going to spend all that money to do a stock bottom end. You might as well just do a 351, in my opinion. You're welcome, Mikey. Racecraft makes a spindle that only moves the axle stub. Ball joints and steering arms stay stock, no bump steer. That's like a conversation we need to actually have again. Know what I mean? What do you use again for that 408? I'm putting one together right now. It's a Box R, but we're going to be switching over to a trick flow. Would you see much difference running 1.7 rockers on it? Yes, dude. That's one of my secrets, bro. Hell yeah. Listen, you got a stock Mustang and you want to pep that shit up. That's a good topic. I brought that topic to the channel I don't know how many times. Change of valve springs, $135, $150. Get you some 1.7 rockers. Cheat the shit out of it. I 1000% guarantee you will notice a seat of the pants difference. It might not be, but maybe 10 horsepower, but you will notice the car rev faster and the car run better. And it even have a little bit of chop to it. It's my secret, man. My black car ran, I don't know. I think we went 10, 11 at 138 with a stock bottom end GT40 3-bar. Stock cam 1.7 rocker flipped piston motor. We ended up splitting it. It's sitting over there in a damn wall of shame because we put like 19 degrees of timing on some pump gas. And the car weighed 3,500 pounds, man. I mean, shit, that thing would have been a nice coupe that wasn't so heavy. I'd have been well into the nines with a damn stock bottom end. We did some cool shit years ago. I got that stuff here on the channel here and there. We didn't do like in-depth playlists like we do now. But I mean, the you know, the paintings on the, you know, the writings on the wall. So some good shit. Factory 351 2-bolt main should handle about 600 horsepower. We put 1,000 to it. And we rebuilt the motor and sold it. Not saying that you're not wrong, but again, tunes right, builds right, motor puts together with the right parts. It's good. +1 for the Cobra Rocker stock GT40. That's what I'm saying, man. That shit is cheap. Listen, if you got a stock Mustang and you're listening right now and you're just now getting into the Fox Mustang shit, I've already look up on the channel, you know, videos about robbing horsepower, stealing horsepower, horsepower thief. I don't even remember what I named the damn thing, but I'm telling you, change the springs and you can get a set of Trick Flow 2500-100. That kit specifically drops in an E7 heads, for 351s, 302s. Trickflow done took the guess out of the game, bro. They even give you an instruction sheet on how to put the shit in. Put you some valve springs. It don't matter. Stock heads. Don't matter. Spend a Saturday, figure out how to do the valve springs on your Mustang. Change your valve springs. Put 172 rockers on it. If you can find them, put 17 roller rockers on it. Tell me you're not happy. Cheat. It's not a cheat. It's actually smart because you start revving that car up, it's going to be snappier. At the same time, maybe put a bigger throttle body on it. Because the opening on a stock, I want to say it's 59 millimeter. No, it's more than that. I know the one on the opening on a GT40 is 68, 69 millimeter. So you could put a good 65. Cheap budget upgrades. Don't tell me it can't happen. I'm telling you it does. Works like a MFer. What's considered safe timing? 93 pump gas, no race fuel, HCI without AL. 16 degrees. 15 degrees. Are you still planning on using the Cleveland heads on the coupe? I'm not going to use the Cleveland heads on the coupe. We're going to use the 227s with Trickflow. I am getting an intake from Trickflow. 2 of them. One for the Cleveland, the service, the boss heads that I got over here. For the you guys remember the dart block? I mean, we did a video about it, but some people missed it. It's fine. We got a dart block for like $750. It needs a sleeve, and we already have sleeves readily available at the shop. It needs like 2 of them. So we're going to re-sleeve the block, clean it up, and we're going to stick those Cleveland heads on it. And we're just building the motor to build the motor. Like, it ain't going to nothing. It's just, kind of one of those motor builds instead of doing, like, we're going to go to an engine dyno and rev the shit out of it. See what happens to it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a different type of content for the video where Dave actually builds a cleaver, like a 408 stroke cleaver. I don't know. Is that the right way to say it? I don't have to do anything to the ports because those are the actual 71 service replacement boss heads. If you know anything about Cleveland's and know anything about Boss motors, 71 replacements actually had the water ports already installed on those heads. Massive ports, though. Massive. You got to see this shit. It's crazy as hell. I've showed it before, and most of y'all probably seen it, but I mean, they're kind of loaded because they're heavy as shit. But, I want to build an old school build and put like a 408 behind it. I mean, these are the service replacements. Look how big these ports are. They're massive. They're the D1ZEs. Big old cannon valves. Well, I'll tell you what, there'll be some fun shit with these. I'll tell you that. I forgot I even owned them. And then I brought them out. I did a Facebook short reel. And we got like 2 million views with those damn heads. It was crazy as shit. How much power should a 351 GT40 package? So, stock bottom end 351 or a 30 over? 357. GT40 3 bars or GT40 P heads? With a 7675 VS Racing Turbo Go with a full weight 94 GT. So, a 351 GT40 build. Actually, that's a really cool build if you guys wanted to do something budget. Doing a simple 30 over stock bottom, same build that we're doing right now with the Black Cars 351 Turbo. A nice set of P heads or 3 heads, 3 bar heads. You basically have a lightning motor, a better built lightning motor. When I put a turbo on that shit, that thing will make. I mean, you'll run out of head eventually. Probably make 650, 600, and a full weight 95 GT that actually has a tire. It'll run deep 10s. You might tickle 9s depending on how much power it makes and, how well the car, responds to it. Taking notes for the 66. My last 306 was way too high and I melted. Yes. Go right to a 351 if you melting, bro. Stock with P heads. I like it. So if you go stock with P heads, I probably wouldn't go past about 12 pounds. Should still make around 6 wheel. Probably run 1050, 1020s at 138-ish stick shift. I mean, automatic probably be a little bit faster. I don't know. It depends on what tire and how you got the car tied up. You know, if it's a full street car, it has no cage or whatever, you're going to get a lot of body roll. So you're not going to get a very good 60-foot. You know, you talk about, you know, cars, you know, I try to tell people all the time, you know, if you're going to start racing and street driving your cars, you're going to have to sacrifice some things to make the car go faster. And one of those things is your back seat. What's up, Roy? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you in the house. So we're at an hour, right? Yeah, we just hit an hour. That's funny. It's funny I actually know that. But we're not going to be on too much longer. Got about another 15 minutes. So hit me up with them comments, what you need. So, you know, if there's something you want to talk about, you know, again, going back to, no, I definitely like the look of the back seat too, for sure. But, you know, with a cage, it's going to make sure that I go home to my kids that, you know, after a race that might go bad. My shit breaks at 130, you know. Let me pin that. Hanlon, are you still in chat? Smell like some rubber over here. All right, we're gonna get busy with the shop swag. Got a 6-foot McLeod clutch racing, McLeod racing. Big ass. Oh man, we're upside down. We're upside down. Shop swag, baby. Even if you don't run a McLeod, you should consider it. McLeod are the clutches we run on our cars because we can adjust the flare to it. As a matter of fact, Hanlon actually just gave away the same clutch cable, quad, and adjuster that we run in the car too. Last week, you can adjust a lot of flare in that shit. You know, that way if you ruin a disc, you send it back, get it rebuilt. It's a good clutch. It's not bad. You know, there's some adjustable clutches are also a good thing. But if there's a clutch that I'm going to run that's not adjustable, it's going to be the RXT. So big shout to Bob Scheid and Krista Baldwin for sending me out these banners to give to you. Why are you hating on the back seat? I run the cage. No, ain't nobody hating, bro. Ain't nobody hating. I just took mine out because you know us snow prep guys. We gotta save every ounce. But hating on the back seat. I'm gonna sell my shore block. I'm gonna need you to sell me shore block so I can. All right, here we go. Hashtag clutch. Hashtag clutch. 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 I have one behind the Boss 302, 351, 331. First goes. Hashtag clutch. Next week we'll do trivia. We'll do trivia next week. I mean, it depends on what we got going on, but I like to give out some shit. You guys listen to me ramble for a damn hour. The hell. Shit, buddy. Let's do that there. Oh. How's the tape at? Damn it. Yeah. Now, if you win the banner, neomustangs@hotmail.com. You know, obviously you have like 24 hours to claim it. We do, the guy who won the clutch cable quad kit last week, we still have to fulfill that order. He just sent me an email, so we'll take care of you. Not a problem. Because I have to forward that to Andrew, and I did that night, but he didn't get it on his other email, and I think I sent it twice. So we'll take care of him. We got you. It's just hashtag clutch. It doesn't matter if it's hashtag clutch, whatever, McLeod, whatever. It's fine. So I am going to cut it a little bit short. I do think there's some other people. Well, I'm not really going to cut it short at all, but I do think there's some other lives going on as well. If I'm not mistaken. Okay, you guys ready for this? Let's go. Start from the top. Here we go. Remember, neomustangs@hotmail.com. If you win the banner. And neomustangs.com has some merch. So I felt I should at least say that shit. Super Dave, man, I appreciate the $10 super chat, super sticker. Thank you so much. We'll use that to ship this banner. All right, here we go. Oof. Man, that's far up there. I don't even know where the top's at. You guys are killing me. All right, here we go. I'm just going to grab the cursor here and just go with it. And right here. Who is that? Kristen, is it Kunius? Congratulations. You won the McLeod Racing clutch banner. Do me a favor. Neo Mustangs. Let me go ahead and just tag that. neomustangs@hotmail.com. Yeah. Kristen Kunius. Kunius? Yeah. Congratulations, you won it. Do you stick shift race? I mean, are you like a female stick shift? You don't see a lot of female stick shift racers. Not at all. So that's pretty cool. Kunius. All right. Congratulations, you won the shop swag this week. We'll do trivia next week. Hell yeah. Look at you, KK. Sweet. That Mustang is Mustang I built for her. Hell yeah. This one right here. Hey, yo, I wasn't on live. What's up, Dan? What's up, Dan Robinson in the house, man? Where you been, son? My Summit Tech dude. $331 on 12 pounds Vortec Mondo clutch. $331 on 12 pounds from Vortec Mondo. Clutch or first or third first? You talking about what breaks first? I appreciate that. Appreciate that, Roy. Just got my Neo Mustangs t-shirt and hat a couple weeks ago, man. That looks good. That looks good. Third gear. What transmission is it? Sign the banner? Son of a bitch. I gotta pull it back out. I'll sign a banner. Yeah. I think third gear goes first. Working on my cars. T5, boy, that third gear already broke, and you ain't even shifted it yet. All right, what's I gotta get Neil Mustang banner so I can give that shit away, boy. Be a good time. Sweet. Can't really see it in the frame or whatever. But that shit broken and it ain't even happened yet. You might as well just take that third gear and already just take it out of the transmission. Anyway, so what we got coming up this week? Every time I do this shit, I never actually do the video. You know, with the we got some project. I was talking earlier. We got some project. We got some things going on right now that have changed quite a bit in our lives. You know, personally, professionally, like as far as good stuff, but some of it not so good. Sometimes things happen in your life, guys, and I'm going through it right now. Sometimes things happen in seasons, and things come and things go. Cars, money, people, houses. That's what we're dealing with over here. I don't want to get all like off topic of car shit, but it does kind of apply. Right now we're going through a pretty hard time. There's been a change in season. Not hard time like I'm having problems, but we'll get through it. We've been here before. A lot of what we do on the channel, the way we represent ourselves is, I was in the military for 14 years, honorable discharge, started a business, had a family, started a family. You just suck it up. You know what I mean? You accept the suck. You accept it. You move on. It's not always going to be this way. And I know somebody needed to hear that because I too go through that shit just like everybody else. And what I can tell you is you just got to keep your head down and you got to keep moving forward. If you can look up, you can get up no matter what's going on in your life right now. That could have it, and I'm in the same predicament right now with the car behind me. I'm behind with all this shit going on in my life personally. Well, not really a lot of stuff. I mean, I got business too personally. I mean, I got, we do like rentals and stuff, you know what I mean? So I own other things and I do other stuff other than Mustangs. So there's a lot of stuff changing right now. A lot of different things. And I'm just wanted to tell you guys that sometimes the shit gets hard. And we just got to put our head down and move forward. It doesn't matter. We'll get through the shit. And it's the same thing with cars. So I'm always preaching, get your shit off the jack stands. It's hard. It's so easy just to quit or just to not do it, or I'm not interested or whatever. But I'm here to tell you that regardless of what you're going through with your cars, with your money situation, with your personal life, it won't always be like that. You either going into a storm or coming out of one. It's never easy, right? So, the content didn't slow down on the channel, and I'm not trying to rectify any of that. It's just we got some things we're dealing with professionally too, projects that we have going on outside of what we do with YouTube. We ain't quitting, we ain't going nowhere. Just want to let you know that I love y'all. And ain't nothing happening here on the channel, but I just want to, let you know that you ain't the only one. This shit happens to everybody. Whether, you have good times and bad times. You're going into a storm, coming out of a storm. It don't matter what's going on. But I know somebody somewhere needed to hear that. So I felt I needed to hit you up with it. And it's literally, in a nutshell, one phrase: get your shit out the jack stands. That's what that means. Regardless of what's going on in your life, you can apply that phrase to everything. Get your shit off the jack stands. Get your shit out of the bed. Get out of the damn bed. Get to work. Go to the gym. Get your bills paid. spend some time with your family. That's kind of what that is. You know what I mean? And getting your shit off the jack stands is the absolute goal for when you have your cars that we love. I mean, these cars are like kids to us, right? I mean, this white car, you think I want to take this thing apart? That hurts my feelings just taking it apart. I put hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours into that car to make it sit the way it does, make it race the way it does. That's going to hurt my feelings taking that apart. But I got to change. I got, for my own safety, we need to double back in this car and get it safe. That's kind of what we did this whole live stream, was to talk about that torque box issue that I found. And I'm like, holy shit, that's a really big deal. Like, something tragic doesn't have to happen for me to, talk about it. People go through shit. We just got to suck it up and move forward, Buttercup. That's just the way it is. That's life, man. So I don't mean to get all sentimental and shit, but we'll get through it together. It is what it is. So I hear that, finishing up final papers of divorce. I'm saying that's a hard time. I've been through a divorce. It is not. I think a divorce was the hardest. I mean, dude, I went through boot camp, deployments. The divorce was absolutely the hardest thing I ever did in my life. I'm not saying to not go out there and get married to the one you love, but God damn it, that was hard. But I got through it. And here we stand. Every decision that you make in your life has led you to where you're at. I kind of like where I'm at, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, it doesn't matter. So enjoy the suck, brother. Yeah, it's just one thing my drill sergeant used to say is accept the suck, because you're going to be here a while. Just accept it. Oh, and a divorce while my mother was, I hear that, man. I'm so sorry to hear that. Life is lifting, bro. I'm here to tell you. You're going to get through the shit. It's only a matter of time. Seasons change. Not all scars are visible. Otherwise, I would be a mess. I'm telling you. But I'm here telling you I love you. I appreciate everybody on a Sunday, and this is why we do live streams, because it's my favorite time of the damn week. I don't give a damn if I don't do a video all week. I don't want to miss a live stream because I get to talk some shit with you guys. Improv-wise, improv means that, I think I'm saying it right, where we just talk some shit. We just talk live. So it is what it is. My car went under the knife December 16th and finally started driving it last summer. This channel was good motivation. I appreciate you, man. That's what I'm here for, brother. I'm speaking facts, baby. Nah, I'm good. Check your spherical bushings. You damn right. I pray. You know what? When I seen that shit, all that stuff got changed. I appreciate you, Roy. I appreciate you. I try to be the best I can. My son, I try to be, speaking on a real level. My son is one of the, one of the strongest 15-year-olds. Like, he set like a national. I don't know if you guys follow me on Facebook at all. Well, we have a personal and a business page. And my son, I can't tell you how hard it was. Like, I played at Youngstown State University many years ago when they were like national championship stuff, football. We played years of football. I played football in college, D1. And I can literally tell you that him not playing football in 2024 really hurt me too. But I told him, I said, listen here, son, I love you and I respect everything you do. I got him in the gym at like 11, 12 years old, and he's been in the gym since. And he ended up actually deadlifting like 600 pounds or 550 or something like that at 190 pounds. He's like 5'11". It must have been the mailman, guys, because I'm only 5'7". Shit, I don't know what the hell happened there. But regardless, he's my son, and I love him. And I'm very, very proud of him. So he skipped his sophomore year in football. I said, I'm going to tell you what, the community really, really wanted you to play football because he was an up-and-coming, linebacker, defensive end. And I was super proud of him because he took the initiative. I said, if you don't break that record, you know, people are going to expect you to, you got to shoot for the moon. You know what I mean? And he actually broke the record by like 20 pounds. And I was super proud of him that day. But it's just kind of one of those dad moments, kind of one of those moments that in life that, you know, sometimes things don't happen as planned. You know, he didn't play football, and that was his main sport for 10 years since he was 5, 6, whatever. Long story short, you know, I know everybody going through some shit, but you get through it, brother. Brock, I appreciate it. I had to teach myself to walk again in 35. A lot can change in a few days. Be grateful. I'm very grateful. Thank you so much for that message, brother. Appreciate the $5 super chat. Lost the use of my right eye. That's what I'm talking about, brother. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, man's kid. It's the milkman. Shit. Anyway. Guys, I appreciate you guys watching, and I don't want to keep, you know, rambling and keep you guys on. I think we went through pretty much everything we had to talk about. I know that if you're following, I think Infamous Project, he's running some live right now. So we're gonna go ahead and get off on our end and get off. I appreciate everybody for being here tonight. We got my dad's car. We got some upgrades. We didn't really talk a whole lot about dad's car, but we are going to do another video about it. Snow's kind of dissipating a little bit, enough for me to get my damn trailer out of the driveway. So maybe we can get over to the dyno and actually do that little bit of video that I want to do. I want to see how much power the damn thing makes in current form, and then I want to tune it in the same video. And it'll be kind of a little bit of, dude, I ain't looking at, we're not shooting the moon for a bunch of horsepower. So, you know, we'll have some little fun with it, you know, little GT40 build. So, guys, appreciate everybody for stopping in tonight. Go check out the merch at neomustangs.com. Jesse Workman, appreciate the $5 super chat. Super Dave, once again, appreciate the $10 super sticker. Jesse Workman, $5 super chat. Life kicks you in the nuts. You got to keep going. You're 100% right. And Rock, appreciate it again. Once again, congratulations to Kristen Kunis, KK's Garage, for the McLeod banner. neomustangs at hotmail.com. Hit me up right now. I'll pin it and I'll send it tomorrow or Tuesday. Not a problem. I did sign it. It looks like shit, but I'm sorry, but it's there. Anyways, I love y'all. Appreciate you all for talking, sitting here with me for an hour and a half. Go check out Infamous Project. He has a he runs a live. I don't know if it's the open one or his members or whatever, but you know, Chris, good people. I enjoy his channel too. So anyways, we will see you this week in this video where we're going to start in the coupe and we're going to go over to the dyno with the GT40 stuff and start making a plan with the white car. Appreciate you guys. Love y'all. See you soon this week in videos and next week in the live.